Right, I've cut 2 out. Height of the pages, which is, what did I do? I think it was 7.5, wasn't it? That was 7.5. You've got to stay slightly. Yep, 7.5. So I've done the pages 7.5 high. And that one, I've done it just under 5.5, okay, because this is going to be top. And then this one is 7.5 by 6.5, okay, and you score 1/2 inch in that side, 1/2 inch in that side, so that makes that 5.5, okay. So this is going to go, it's going to be stuck onto here eventually, but we've got to make the pocket first, because that holds the page together. You can, if you want to do that now, make a big pocket. Just about there, I think. I'm going to do that now, actually, while I remember. Sorry. I forgot how I done that bit for a minute. Just put that in there. Like that. Okay, so that's going to go there. But what we've got to do first is this bit. Right, to make this pocket, I think it's, again, 6.5 across that way. Okay, 1/2 inch there. Scored. And that's 4. Okay, so that then pocket becomes 3.5. All right, with that. And then you score the bottom. So you score there, 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 or 1/2 inch. So every time, whatever size your journal is, right, on your page, so say it's 5.5, add 1 inch, and then you score at 1/2 inch. All right. So, I've got to cut this out, sorry. I'll just do that. So I've used the old pocket from what I done previously, so it's slightly different size, so I altered it. I like to use things up. I've got so much of this paper though from making mini albums years ago. I reckon I have 4 big boxes of offcuts. Oh dear. Oh, and just miter the edges. There. And there. And again, use a circle punch on that. All right, so what you have to do, we're going to stick that on there. All right, but I'm going to do it that way. Okay, I use glue actually. Okay, and I lay it down there. All right, and I put that on there. Just come away from the score line, just about 1 millimetre. All right. Like that. Yep, go there. Okay. Then when this goes on, okay, that closes that pocket up. That goes there. All right. You can do these in one piece, but I haven't got any 12 by 12. You need 12 by 12 normally of this cardstock, and I want to, you know, the whole point of doing these was to use some of this up, so I'm patching up, but there is ways to do it just in one, but there. Okay, so if we line that up, yeah, do with just a bead of glue along that edge there. Sometimes, because this, say if that's the same size, 5.5, you might have to take a little slither off sometimes, just so that that fits in between there, or else it can be a bit of a pain if it's too big because it gets in the way. All right, so you just always make sure that they are. Don't worry about that there. Okay, right, this here, all right, let's have a look. Alright, so that goes in a minute on something else, so don't worry about that. Okay, and this adds another page, that's why I've got that here. Alright. Okay, fold that up. And there is your pocket. Okay, the hole there for it to go inside. Okay, right, so we remove the tape off of this. I'm going to add glue, so I've got a bit of maneuverability. This is where I normally stick it down. Okay, and there's a hole there. All right, so this is going to stick to there. All right, might hopefully be able to see. All right, so just because you've mitered this, it usually slips on really easily. Okay, well, saying that, yeah, it does. All right, and because we've put glue on it, we've also have time to move. All right, right. So what you've got to do is just move it around until that sits nicely over there, but a little bit, about 1 millimetre away from your score line. Okay, and that should sit on there really nicely. And then just check here as well. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure it's nice and on there, just about 1 millimetre away. Oh, and if you know you was going to paint these, then you would do this before. All right, but I haven't painted them because I don't mind it actually. I quite like it. There we go. So there we have it. There we go. It's a flip, and then this one, okay, which is 7.5, same height. Yeah. And I've done it 3 3/4, all right, because I want it when it flips over, because you put it there, okay, and then that will flip over and it'll be just slightly short here, just so that it's, you know, you can see it's actually a page. All right, so okay, then we add that. Sorry, the actual camera stopped working. I've already glued it, put some glue on, so we shall do it again. All right, so what you've got to do is glue some on the back of this one. Actually, I usually miter this corner as well. Sorry, let's do that. I'm saying sorry a lot today. Just miter that in a bit. Okay. I'll try and get that in. There we go. And this card is cut same size of the page, but slightly shorter. All right, so that we can get our hand in to open it. All right. And that's just there, and you'll find all this starts laying down better after a while. All right, now I'm going to leave this single at the moment because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I might do a pocket or I might do something later on, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. All right, but that's that one done. So all we've got to do is the other one now. Okay, and make our holes for there. Yeah, Okay, right, so what I'm going to make the holes in this now, which I'm going to get the centre of there. Oh, I wish I have it right there. So that's 7.5. It needs to be about here, really. So mark that there, and mark half in there. Okay, let's make some holes. One there. Put some grommets in. Okay, we'll put the grommet in. I'll do it from the back to the front, through the hole. Yeah. And that's that. It's ready for the elastic. Okay, and let's do this page. Right, because we're putting a journal in here, so what I do the flip from here, all right? Same sort of similar principle to this one, yeah. Okay, which I will go and get. Let's see what we got. So we've got one like that, so we need to mitre the corners of those, so I'll just check the size. I'm going to say all this was all odd sizes from years ago. It's 5.5, that's fine. Okay, so if I was only doing one page, right, that will be stuck in like so, all right? But that's right to the edge there, which, do we want that? No. So I'm going to come in a little bit, all right? This is the sort of things that you have to check. So we need to just come in a little bit, all right? But over here is all right because we've got an extra 1/2 inch here, all right? So we can have the 5.5 pages, 5.5 inch pages, and it doesn't touch there, all right? Because we've come into here. But now we're literally coming onto here, all right? But it's still an extra page, so we go there. So I would take 1/4 inch off that. So instead of it being 5.5, it's 5.25. I'll just take a centimetre off, I think. That'll be all right. So I've got that on there, easy. Right, so that's that one. Okay, and get that in there, like so, just a little bit away from the spine there. Well, not spine, the score mark. That is the spine and that. Okay, let's have a look how that's looking that way. It helps when you're stitching it straight. Okay, then that's fine. So look, yeah. Okay, that's in there, like so. And then put the other one on like that, so that can flip that way. Or should we have that flipping? That's a good one. No, I don't like that because I might have that. So let's see if that feels right. This is what I do. I just check, you know, to see whether it feels right. So that's the page we just stuck in, and we're going to go that way, aren't we? All right, so move that over like that, and add that there. Give that a good burnish. Okay, so when that opens out, we have the layout with the pocket here to cover in that, and then yeah, so that's that. So you see what I mean about coming in short? Okay, so that's purposely so you can actually open it. All right. Right, so if it's up to here, sometimes you miss it as a pocket. Okay, that's that one there, and then that opens like that, and that goes there, and then we've got a journal to go there. Right, so it's all matting and layering it and adding more pockets now, I think. Okay, cut my bit of elastic, usually about 1.5 times, maybe a bit more because you've got to do a knot. All right, so just thread it through there. I pull it, yeah, quite tight. They do slacken off, and this is slightly white. Some I bought was a bit thin, so this is the thicker one. And I won't take that off until later. All right. So look, now I can take it off. It's okay. I'll just trim a little bit off there. I'll put the book in from this one. And then that will slip in there. Okay, and that's quite a nice fit. And if you want it to stay shut, which I've done, which I just loop that on after, it seems to, you know, everything seems to sort of settle down after a bit. I just go underneath there. So I just quite like the look of this on there. So look. So you don't need to do that, but there we go. All right, and there's your journal spot. Okay, I've chosen that paper because I've got a paper pad with loads in. Let's see. Is that one? I've had it a long time, so I doubt if you'll get it. But I've just got all, you know, so much of it left. So these are ideal for this sort of thing. And I cut them only 1/4 inch down from, because that was 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I've done 8 by 5 1/4. All right, I quite like that on the outside. All right, I don't want to see much of a border at all. All right, now that I usually ink all the edges up all together. So I put them together and I'll just do that. Don't like those white edges. And then get gluing. Oh, before I continue, see, I nearly forgot. And I'm it should be the other way round as well. See, that's how I nearly forgot. Got to put our ribbon in, okay, underneath. Yes, this is for knitting with. Those sari lengths that you can get. Sometimes, look, see, they over process it, and this is what happens. This is exactly the same as what happens with hair. This is a prime example. All right, when they've over processed it, they've over dyed it. All right, look, and that's what your hair goes like when it's over processed. See, look, that is absolutely, it's no good. Be all right for tags. Look, brittle and breaking. So that, no way would that hold. The other bit was all right, but that wasn't. So that's an over processed bit. See, that bit's okay there, but so I'll cut that off. Yeah, that's fine. So always check before using it. That's a bit, don't know quite how long, but let's have a look. I try to get it on the join, and I think it's about 1 metre joins, which I think is about right. I'll just check. Yeah, it's a little bit of a join there, so it's a bit there. Let's have a look. Then I can give you a measurement. 46 inches long. All right, and that'll be ample to wrap round twice and to hang over with the key. So, all right, and that's got to be stitched in there first, or glued, because it's going to be under the paper as well. Okay, so you find your centre, which if it's 8 1/4, so it's 4 1. It's about there. I'll just mark that a minute. Just make sure that's about right. Yep. If you're not stitching it on, okay, just glue that down a bit better. Also, you can put some tape over it. It's quite good. So actually, I might do that. So I'm gonna do that. Spread that out nice and flat, like that, and a bit of tape. Just give that a bit of extra security. All right. There we go. I mean, I quite like them if they're actually on the back here, like there's something, a button or something sort of here, and then it wraps around. They look quite nice. I quite like that idea. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get our first piece on. And don't forget, you use what glue you want to use. It's just that I use this because it dries very quickly for videoing and things like that. So, and also when I used to make that mini albums, oh, the trouble I had with glue. It was so nice to find something like this. So I need to check. Yep. Quite happy with that, and then glue that down. That one done. Middle. There we go, I'm ready for the pockets now. And this one, I mean, you can mat this before you do it, but it because we've got these little pockets, well, I need to glue that down a bit better. You've got room, as long as you do your sort of like border properly, go in a bit from the size of the paper, it slips in there lovely. So. Okay, do I put a magnet on? I might do actually. I got some little tiny ones. They're very strong now, I will say. Let's do 2 of those. Again, I use a bit of sticky tape as well. If I got a thin piece, wherever you've gone. Okay. It's going to go there. Right, okay, I need a bit of plastic, oh, I got a bit of acetate here, that'll do. Hopefully I'll thin a bit. Okay. What I do first, okay, just to get exactly where it is, I put a little dab of glue on there. Okay. And then I will shut that, yeah, and it will make a mark where the glue is, okay, which, here we are. So we know that's where that magnet's going to go, all right. So what I do now is I add another piece of that. There. Okay. And I'll still see that dab underneath, I should do, which is there. And that will go in that circle that the glue made. Okay, and to test it, let's get some acetate. Okay, you put that over. All right. Alright, and nothing to stick together then, like that. And then, because I'm not covering yet my shell, put a bit of sticky tape over it until we're ready to cover, and then I will lift off. Right. So, there, and a bit on that one. Okay. And they're very, oh, they're only about 2 mil, so they don't stick up a lot. Plus, when you add pockets and that, you don't see them anyway. And this one, you add a tag or something, you won't see it. There we go. Wow. I can't believe that. Yeah. Over processed. But what I'll do, I'll cut it up and use it on a, you know, on something, on a tag or something like that. I'll stitch it on. It'll be all right. Okay. Right, I'm going to leave you on this one. All right. And I'm going to go and I'm going to go and have tea now, because I'm actually going out tonight to an Asian banquet. I can't eat anything because I haven't got much of a stomach left. So I won't be eating very much, but I love to go just to be with people for a change. So I'm quite excited. Right then. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.